chemical concentration formulas. We will be using liters, which is volume, and grams, which is mass. Conversions. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. And 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. And the same with liters. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. And 1 milliliter equals 1,000 microliters. Calculations. For example, 2.5 grams equals 2,500 milligrams. You get that by multiplying 2.5 times 1,000. So you move the decimal over 1, 2, 3 places. So you add 2 zeros and get 2,500. And going from milligrams to micrograms, you multiply 2,500 by 1,000. So you move the decimal over 3 places. And get 2,500,000 micrograms. And the other way, 2.5 micrograms equals now you divide it by 1,000, so you move the decimal forward 3 places. So it equals 0.0025 milligrams. And to get to grams, you divide 0.0025 by 1,000. So you move it forward 3 places. And you get 0.000025 grams. Now for the example problems. Calculate the volume in liters of a 20 milligrams per milliliter stock solution required to make a 300 milliliter solution with a concentration of 10 milligrams per milliliter. So we draw our solutions. This one has a concentration of 20 milligrams per milliliter. And this one has a concentration of 10 milligrams per milliliter. Add dots to show our concentration. And this one is less concentrated, so there will be less dots. And we want this one to have a volume of 300 milliliters. To calculate this, we will use the equation M1 V1 equals M2 V2. So we plug in the concentration of 20 for M1, and we don't know the volume, so we leave it V1 equals the concentration of the second one, which is 10, and the volume, which is 300. Now we use algebra and then divide by 20, so V equals 150 milliliters. But we want it to be in liters, so we move the decimal over 3 spots, 1, 2, 3, and our answer is 0.150 liters. Now for problem 2, we draw our solutions. This one has a concentration of 50 milligrams per milliliter, and this one has a concentration of 5 milligrams per milliliter. So we're calculating the volume in liters of a 50 milligram per milliliter stock solution required to make a 500 milliliter solution with a concentration of 5 milligrams per milliliter. So we add our dots to show the concentration. And the volume of this will be 500 milliliters. So we use the same equation, M1 V1 equals M2 V2, and plug in the numbers. The concentration of the first one is 50, and we don't know the volume. And the concentration of the second one is 5, and we want the volume to be 500. 50V equals 5 times 500, which is 2,500. Then divide by 50, and V equals 50 milliliters. But we want it in liters, so again, we move the decimal over 3 places, and we get 0.050 liters.